Coach Corn, good morning.
Yo, 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 bringing it to the house today. So, yeah, Christine and Bridget, you're just talking about the process. And as I was looking at what I was going to talk about, the one thing that caught my attention was baby steps. So, as you're going through the process, you do have to take action. That's one of the things for sure. But then just know that they're baby steps. And then that made me think of Dave Ramsey. I'm telling you, his 7 baby steps, Dave Ramsey, Ramsey, he's the financial guy about getting you out of debt. Now, whether you like everything he says, don't like everything he says, doesn't matter because I followed a bunch of this path and it got me to where I am today. And his baby steps are really simple. It's just baby step number one is to get $1,000 set aside. And where this came from and why this rang, Tony, is exactly what you said earlier. It's you're not entitled to follow your dream until you pay your bills. And I literally just had a conversation. What I love about this room is everybody's reaching out and helping each other. And I mean, it's not so much that somebody reached out to me and I got to just have a conversation and help. I mean, our conversation helped me just as much as it helped them. But one of the things was the frustration of this. I'm doing it and it's not going anywhere and it's my passion and it's my dream, right? And it's like, well, you got to take, like, if you're in your job, your job, you got to create a system and a process to make that so amazing, like, so amazing that they would want to make you president of this company that you work for, right? That, if you can get to that point in that job and enjoy life, what I've always said, and man, I think there's a book for kids in this somewhere, is like if you are operating at having fun and enjoying the process and like you said, embracing the suck, and it doesn't look like it sucks, somebody's going to notice something. You never know when that next person is sitting across the counter at, let's just say, McDonald's, for example, ordering a Big Mac, and they see the way you do something because you're just embracing it. And if you work at McDonald's and you love your job, awesome. I just have memories of when I was a kid and I didn't like it. So that would be like an example, right? But if I walked in there sucking every day, there's absolutely no opportunity that's going to show up that's going to help that go. So take care of your life. And in Dave Ramsey's baby steps, it's save $1,000. Put $1,000 aside that you don't need. So that means you got to kick it in your butt into gear on the front end to make the extra 1,000 beyond your bills. Well, so then you're paying your bills, right? Baby step number 2 is then you start paying off your debt. Keep the $1,000, set it aside, and then just start snowballing your debt. And I went through this, man, I'm telling you, I was like $100,000 in debt on credit cards, taxes, whatever. We wiped it out in less than a year because we started paying on one as much as we could. Once it was paid off, we snowballed that onto the next one, kept paying that one off, and it was gone like in no time. Like if you told me I could pay it off $100,000 in a year, no way. I don't even know how we did it, right? Baby step number 3 is to have those 3 months of expenses in an emergency fund. And just because of COVID, I'm going to say have 12. Now that's my new challenge. Somebody challenged me to go to 12. Baby step number 4 is to invest. Invest 15% of your income. Baby step number 5 is to save for a college fund if you have it for a kid or maybe your grandchildren or your grandchildren's grandchildren. Baby step number 6, and you can Google these too, but pay off your home early so you get that done, and then build wealth and give. That was the most important thing on number 7 was give. So real quick, I'm going to give a fast example. In the real estate world, wherever you are today, it's like envision that timeline. And let's just say, for example, since this is my life mission, that it's 100 sales a year. Well, before any agent, average agent can get to 100 sales a year, they got to get to 50. Before they get to 50 sales a year, they got to get to 25. But if I were going to take action, I would line that out. And so to do 50 sales a year, I have to sell 4 houses a month, 4 properties a month. So what's it going to take to sell 4 properties a month? I'm going to have to take probably 8 properties listed a month, right? And then when you said something about embracing the suck, what am I going to have to choose to do and say no to make this path work? I mean, just think about selling consistently every single month for a year, 4 houses a month, what that would do for your lifestyle, right? But you got to give up Saturday or you got to give up Sunday or whatever day you're going to consistently do open houses on. Guys, I just did an open house last Sunday. I mean, most people in the industry, I'm standing on stage talking about all this stuff, and they're like, "Oh, he must have this big team, and he just sits in a hammock and drinks all day long." Hell no! I was out there doing an open house Sunday because
Really? You're not doing that?
I need to get, yeah, right. I am doing that whenever I get hooked up with you. But I mean, I did an open house because I'm looking back and our team is not doing what they're supposed to do, and the systems are kind of breaking down somewhere. I got to plug that hole and fix it. So whenever you do get this going, you got to keep a pulse on what's going on. And when things start going off track, you might have to jump back in and get it back in line. So, anyway, I just wanted to share a couple of those steps with you. And then the most important thing is be you. You got to love it. You got to love the process and love where you're going and have a passion for it. So,
Awesome. Have a passion for it. Yeah, listen, none of us are, so many people stop doing what they know they need to do because they figure that they've made it, they're comfortable, and they forget where they are, they forget where they're going. Anyway, I'm gonna pass the mic because